Shalom, shalom, call halal, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, Bahashim Rakakwadash. Double honors once again to the apostles of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. All right. Salutations to the occupant out there on the highways and byways, pushing this truth in all honesty and sincerity while trying to wake up the hopefully elect. All right. Hopefully they're already sealed and we're just biding the time while this wicked ass kingdom falls. All right. So here we go once again. This is from newsbusters.org. And this is a show I was unaware of until recently, but this goes into the arrogancy, all right, of these devils, these Edomites, these so-called white people, all right. And it says the new pope, which is the show, agrees to upgrade Bible to scrap pointless taboo, is what they think, all right, of gay marriage. All right, we all know Leviticus 20 and 13, Leviticus 18th chapter, all right. Romans 1st chapter, they think this is all pointless, all right? And they say, lately they've been saying, well, who they call Jesus, we know as Yahushua, they say never said anything against homosexuality. Well, I beg to differ. So let's go to the scriptures. Remember, all right, this is Psalms 40 and 7. And it says, then said I, lo, I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me. So it's in the book. It says it in the Old Testament. And for you naysayers and proponents of New Testament only, let's get it there. Let's go to Hebrews 10 and 7. And it says, then said I, lo, I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me to do thy will, O Most High Yahweh. All right? And we know that since I'm here in Hebrews, I'll do the reverse. Let's go to Hebrews chapter 13, verse 8. And it says, Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, the same yesterday and today and forever. So he's not going to change. All right? Least of all for your wicked ass. So let's go to Malachi chapter 3 in the Old Testament, verse 6, and it says, for I am the Most High Yahweh, I change not. Therefore ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. All right? So he said he changes not. So there you go. Now let's continue with this article. We've already busted it wide open. All right? And this is a show on HBO where John Malkovich, he plays the Pope. All right? It says, this is by Lindsay Cornick. And it says, this was bound to happen eventually. The latest episode of HBO's The New Pope now has the audacity, and you know, these suggestions, they pop up in Hollywood, and they go from there. You know, they're a little, like it says in 2 Corinthians, so let's get that real quick, because we all know where this is going. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 2, all right, verse 11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And part of his device, and we're going to that word device, all right, that's Strong's G 3540, Pneuma.
Strong's G 3540,
Hold on, I forgot I had it down. All right, let's try that again.
Strong's G 3540, Naima.
Naima. I said
Naima.
Naima. All right, a mental perception, thought, and evil purpose. And that's these wicked Edomites, these so-called white people. They are the wicked. Malachi 1, verses 1 through 4. All right, that which thinks the mind. All right, they're constantly thinking about wicked things, ways to trip, especially Jake, ways to trip us up. The mind, thoughts or purposes. All right, this is where we get that disposition. All right, intellect, thought. All right. Let's go back to this article. And it says the new pope now has the audacity to suggest upgrading the Bible in the church to include gay marriage. Somehow I don't think the series that's bashed the church and called prostitution a miracle has any right to feature. And they're going into this Christian thing, all right? It says the February 10th, 5th episode opens with Pope John Paul III, who's played by John Malkovich, as I mentioned before, having a meeting with actress Sharon Stone of all people. She's another vapid celebrity that the Pope happens to be a fan of, but I suppose it's better than someone wearing literal satanic symbols. Really. All right, it says, still like Marilyn Manson before her, Stone comes here to offer advice to the Pope about upgrading the church to the modern age, more specifically by supporting gay marriage. Well, how about that? Instead of you conforming to the Most High's word, who created you, by the way, you're so proud that you think, hey, 2 Thessalonians 2nd chapter. This is a proud devil. Isaiah 14, Ezekiel 28 chapter. These Edomites, these so-called white people, think they're on par with the Most High. They think they're above the Most High. And he's setting them up sweet, like he did Pharaoh in Egypt when we were there in slavery, like we've been here. All right? It says, still like Marilyn Manson before her, Stone comes here to offer advice to the Pope about upgrading the church. All right? This is going to gay marriage again. The Pope dismisses this initially, but this moment is considered a small step in the right direction for a brave, revolutionary Pope in the future. How about that? He's considered brave. All right? It's almost as if they really do want to upgrade the Bible. And you better believe, if not get rid of it altogether, yes, this is part of their schemes, their thought processes, all right? And I'm not going to go, verbatim with, this is a part of the script, or the interaction between the Pope and Sharon Stone. You can read that for yourself, and I'm skipping down. It says, sadly, things are growing worse for the church despite the Pope's statements. On top of a cardinal having gay sex, a nun having sex with a refugee, and the Pope having sexual desires for his marketing assistant, Sophia, a terrorist group attacks in Lourdes. They're in France. It says, make no mistake, all this happens in the same episode. All right? Continuing down, like I said, this is a show, but you better believe this is on their to-do list, more or less, all right? It says, in his efforts to find some sort of stability in the church, the Pope decides to throw in his support for priests getting married. By the way, it says, Salaki. This is an instance where it's often misunderstood about holding the office in which this would be, but it never said anything about not being married. It said, if you were to hold this office, the office of a bishop, all right, you were to have only one wife. It didn't say be celibate or anything like that and be with a bunch of boys. No. All right, that's just their excuse for being pedophiles and engaging in other lewd sex acts, It says, let's see, I'll read it over again. It says, in his effort to find some sort of stability in the church, the Pope decides to throw in his support for priests getting married, gay or straight. Totally off, all right? So this is what the wicked thinks. And they pass this off, and this false prophet, which is the Catholic Church, this is his influence on the rest of the world. This is the thought process now, all right? This is the way people think, especially Hollywood, which is a tool, all right, of these elites, and they push this out. And now it's all on, I was going to say the land, but the world. And people are sick and tired of it. This is another one of those issues by which people are going to hate the whore being America, Revelation 17th chapter, all right? It says, although this is clearly an example of upgrading the Bible, he reasons that it's better than the aberrant love of pedophilia, as if one can't denounce both. Exactly. And the thing is, with this LGBT, I hear it's now IQ, all right, they keep adding letters. When is enough enough? When do you stop? And that's the point. They're not going to stop, because if left up, remember we talked about those devices, if left up to these people, everything is going to be concluded, including necrophilia and some more crap, all right? Again, this is, okay, it says the sad thing is that this is how actual liberals view the Bible in the real world. When people aren't outright dismissing the Bible in the church, they're trying to convince Christians to change them. And let's be sure, the only Christians are the Hebrew Israelites, period, all right? No one else. It says when people aren't outright dismissing the Bible in the church, they're trying to convince Christians to change them. And then they have the nerve to call religious followers hypocrites. Fortunately, the Catholic Church, well, Esau, Edom, the so-called white people are hypocrites by nature. All right, they're actors. That's another you want a synonym for hypocrite. It's known as an actor. All right. It says, fortunately, the Catholic Church has survived centuries of persecution by remaining true to its morals. No, it hasn't. Going all the way back to Martin Luther, he complained of things concerning the Catholic Church. There's 95 Theses, all right? So this is bull crap. That's the false prophet, that whole setup. It says, fortunately, the Catholic Church has survived centuries of persecution by remaining true to its morals. All right, they're a bunch of devils. That's what they are. It says, unfortunately, we still have a few more episodes to go of this trash. All right. So there it is. It's once again from the newsbusters.org. And it's the new Pope, which is the show on HBO, agrees to upgrade Bible to scrap pointless taboo of gay marriage. See, this is how they work. All right. Using Hollywood to push that vibe out there. All right. Let's see what some of the comments says. Let's see, I think he's one of the most, okay, anyway. Uh-oh, all these Catholics chiming in. This guy here, Ron G, says, Nick, my friend, don't worry about a recall. It's coming, and it's called the Great White Throne Judgment. All evil will be eliminated. Okay. Newshound 24 says, I reject any Hollywood interpretation of religion. And again, this is religion. You got to understand this book was only meant for one specific people. A people. And that is the Hebrew Israelites. The real Hebrew Israelites. All right? The 12 tribes. All right, that stem from Jacob. All right, that's it. No one else. So when you say religion, that's not what it's talking about. Religion is something that's man-made. All right, the Bible has nothing to do with religion. It's a book for a specific group of people. Point blank, period. All right, it says that's a Catholic, and that word means universal. There's nothing universal about the scriptures. All right, and again, this is just responding to, I was trying to find something else, but hold on, let me see, make sure. Yeah, hold on, wait a minute. Oh, here it is. User 4915 says, if he's willing to upgrade the Bible to include gay marriage, then he's a skittle skipper himself. How many of those little boys has he snuck into the confession box? The Most High's wrath, truth be told, says the Most High's wrath is upon these false prophets. They know good and well they're doing wrong, but want to rebel against the Most High. And that's the hit. Thank you, truth be told. Hit the nail on the head. It's rebellion. All right? It says the Most High is not playing. Look at what's happening in China. Who said they will change the Bible and they have confiscated Bibles from being sold? In China. We talked about this, me and Zaquan. A couple of weeks ago. And it didn't take long for them to do this. I believe we were talking about it, and this happened late last year. And look what happened. In a matter of weeks, literally. All right. Let's see. In the end times, there'll be many false prophets. Yes, we know that. Somebody here, Valerie, doesn't get the point. It says, this is a television show, not the real Pope in this conversation. Although I do think the real Pope will entertain this notion. Duh. That's why I did this video. All right. Let's see. And this one, Blood Moles Galore, it says pointless taboo. It says the only way religion continues is if men and women have children and indoctrinate them. Okay. Let's see the reply. And I'm your Auntie Jemima. It says, like the assholes fucking taught in the obedience and centers you call schools. Got a point. It's a perversion of the scripture that says, train up a child in the way he should go. And that's what they're doing. They're getting the children very young. All right. Once again, you got polar opposites here. You have righteousness, you have wickedness. And this is what's, these two will always be in conflict. All right. So all in all, that's it. I think you get the point. Hell is real. It says, and this is for Israel, Deuteronomy 4:2. You shall not add to the world that I command, Salakia. You shall not add to the word that I command you, nor take from it. All right. This is going into what? Revelation 22:18 and 19. All right. You shall not add to the word that I command you, nor take from it, that you may keep the commandments. And this is for Israel only, not any other nation, of the Most High Yahweh, your power, all right, possessive pronouns, that I command you, not anybody else's power, all right? Wow, changing, this is Mike C, wow, changing the Bible to appease less than 4% of the population. And that's just it, all right, because these are the people that literally run this society, all right? A small percentage. This is what this is aiming towards, all right? So they can get out of these loopholes, you know, be real flexible with these laws and shit. You got all the perverts running everything. That's how you know, like Job 9:24 said, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. The wicked are running everything. The wicked run this world. All right. Again, I just addressed that. Brent Kohonen, Revelation 22:18 and 19, like I said. Men don't screw men. Anyone that think different is, let's see. Oh, okay. Got it. Good point. User 3676. It says, hold on. Got another code. Salakia. User 3676 says, who the hell gives the Pope the right to change the Most High's word? Just to appease this demonic gay movement? Shame on him. Absolutely right. And what you should be getting from this is a lot of people are fed up of this bullshit. All right? You got to understand, through the media, a lot of what you hear in this support, like earlier, commenter said, just to appease the 4%, the media is skewed towards them. So you're not going to hear all the opposition. When you do, they're going to be called all sorts of names. You know what they do, what the media does. You know, defame, and anybody that has a counter opinion, especially stuff like this, they're viewed as out of touch and try to make them as look and sound ridiculous as possible, all right, as much as possible, all right? And that's pretty much it. I didn't want this to go that long, but you get the idea of what, you know what's coming down the pike, all right, with this show here as a result, all right? So, once again, with that, I'm out here outside the library. Everything's taken as far as quiet rooms, so I just thought I'd do this impromptu. And once again, HollyWeird is up to their old antics, all right? Once again, it's from newsbusters.org. The new Pope, which is the show, HBO, agrees to upgrade Bible to scrap pointless taboo, is what they call gay marriage and gay relations, all right? And this is what's ongoing now, and they're still pushing that shit out there, all right? So I hope whoever views this is edified to what's going on and still going on, all right? This is only going to heat up more, all right? And once again, whatever issues are at the forefront, hey, this is 2020. When it gets warmer, who knows what's going to happen, all right? So with that, once again, call halal Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, Bahashim Rakakwadash. Double honors once again to the apostles of Great Millstone who taught me this truth and who rule well. Salutations to the Akim out there on the highways and byways pushing this truth with all honesty and sincerity while trying to wake up the hopefully elect. All right, so with that, shalom, all right, and abad babal.